Welcome my good smelling friends, I'm Hifi and today I'm going to show you 3 very underrated designer fragrances. These are underrated and not under the radar or hidden gems because there's a big difference. These are widely available, people know about their existence, so they are not hidden. They are available in shops, in online stores, but still for some reasons people don't buy them. One of the reasons is that these are not mainstream fragrances coming from mainstream designers. So we got a Calvin Klein, we got a Dunhill, and we got a Roberto Cavalli. It's not Hugo Boss, it's not Armani, it's not Dior or Chanel, and that's one of the reasons. Another reason could be that these fragrances are cheap, and people might think that because they're cheap, they're not good. So if you'll see me showing these fragrances in multiple videos, is because they are so good that they could fit in multiple lists. For example, they could also fit in a list best value for the money fragrances. And the first one I'm going to start with is actually one that I've just featured in a video where I showed a list of 5 really good Calvin Klein fragrances. And even if Calvin Klein fragrances are almost all going for the same price, I've chosen to show you this one because to me it feels the most complex. It has a really good performance and the smell is very well balanced between modern and classic, between young and mature. Overall, I think it's a very good fragrance for the money it costs. So if you'll see me showing the same fragrance in multiple videos, is because I want to bring even more awareness towards the fragrance because it's really good and I want you guys to really get your nose on it. The next one is going to be Dunhill Century. This one is not just one of the most underrated Dunhill fragrances, but a very underrated fragrance in general amongst designer fragrances. Plenty of juice in the bottle. This has 135 ml. It performs great. It's an eau de parfum. It smells very unique amongst designer fragrances, even though it's inspired by a niche fragrance, but amongst designer fragrances, it smells very unique. It smells very bright with white florals and a smooth, creamy, prominent sandalwood, which in this fragrance, it doesn't make it a woody fragrance or a warm fragrance, which sandalwood usually does. But in here, it gives the fragrance a herbaceous scent. And there's this new fragrance by Moncler Pour Homme, which smells like this one. Is more expensive and I really don't see why you should get that one and not this one. So again, don't be put off by the fact that this is a Dunhill fragrance. It smells great, it performs great, and it's very cheap for what it offers. And I've saved the best for the last. This is Roberto Cavalli Uomo. Now this again, like the Calvin Klein I've just shown you, it's a perfectly balanced fragrance, but this time it's between playful and serious. Even though this fragrance is for men, it has this powdery floral side of it which is a bit feminine, not turning the fragrances or making the fragrance leaning towards the feminine side, but it's just making the fragrance playful. I think this fragrance could also work in the office because it's not in your face, even though it performs really good, has a really good staying power. It's safe for the office, the way it smells, but at the same time, there's something in it making it seductive. I personally think this is one of the best fragrances for its price. Even the bottle, the quality of the bottle itself is impeccable. So that was it, guys. Roberto Cavalli Uomo, Dunhill Century, and Calvin Klein Reveal. 3 very underrated designer fragrances. I hope I brought more attention to them. Until the next video, keep smelling great.